Welcome to another episode of HardTarget Range. Today we're going to be over on the original shooting range shooting a Remington 1858 Army conversion, a replica made by Uberti. Let's go shooting! First shot with this gun, let's check it out. That's why those cowboys used to carry those things. And now for the unloading, which you have to, the rammer for the bullet rammer, you got to drop that down, turn out the extracting lever, and now you can line up the extracting lever once you put it on a half cock. She's lined up and you can extract the casings one by one. That one fell free on its own. That one's empty. That one fell free. That fell free. That fell free. Well, they're falling free on their own, so. And then you put your ram down, put that lever back in, secure the lever again. Now, in order to reload this, like any single action army would be, you load one, skip one, and load the next four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close your loading gate, cock it, bring the hammer down on an empty chamber. That's a little chilly outside. I'm glad I'm back in the shop to heat up. What a fantastic, fantastic gun. This Uberti replica of a Remington 1858 Army conversion. Of course, that gun came out. It was a black powder cap and ball pistol. And even as early as in the Civil War, they were converting these. And I met a gentleman down at Gunsight, and he talked about his great-grandfather had carried a pair of these when he was in the Army out west in the days of the Indian Wars. And he had a matched pair of these that were conversions, which is what we got here. Just a fun gun to shoot, 8-inch barrel. It's a single action firearm, the classic action where it has a half cock position, allows you to open up the loading gate, load it, empty it, shut the gate, cock it all the way back, and put the hammer down. And if you're ever looking at a gun shop, if you're not familiar with single actions, certain ones you don't have to do, like a Ruger, but consider every one of them one you have to do it, that when you start playing around with it and you've got the gate open, half cock, you turn the cylinder, you shut it. Make sure when you put the hammer down to cock it all the way back and let it lock up, and then drop the hammer. Otherwise, you're going to risk marring the cylinder. So there's my little tip on that for the day. Interesting firearm. It's not the fastest gun to work the ejector because you got to turn the ejector out. I suppose if you were in the Old West and knew you were going to get into a gunfight that you might have to reload, you might leave that out so you could get at it. You certainly wouldn't put it back in after the first reload if you were behind a wagon and using it, but just a fun gun to have, but not real much use for it except for on the range and having fun. But it's awful fun, and it's nice to have the experience of shooting single actions like they were in the old days back in the 1800s, and to have that knowledge, it makes you really appreciate the semi-automatics. And of course, I was brought up on revolvers to start with, and I think there's a lot of younger people out there who never even shot a revolver, and you really need to get out there and experience those so you can fully appreciate the semi-automatics and the progress that has been made over the years in firearms. So I thought I'd shoot this today just because, why not? I'm going to do it while I can. That's what these were made for. They aren't made to look at and sit in the safe. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed my little educational bits there on how to work the extractor and how to reload the firearm safely to carry it on an empty chamber. Thanks for joining me this week at the HardTarget range. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to shoot at any of those beautiful AR-500 steel HardTargets by HardTarget, but I just didn't have any frangible ammunition in .45 Colt. Again, thanks for tuning in. Remington 1858 Replica by Uberti, the conversion 45 Colt, or as they call it nowadays, 45 Long Colt. What a fantastic, fantastic gun. Well, thanks for tuning in this week to the HardTarget range. Till next time, from Mr. Holster and Jack, go out and stay safe.